Today we're talking vodcasts and we're talking about creating content, and I'm here with Josh Smiler, a content creator, and Josh is going to walk us through 3 things you need to do if you're preparing to do a vodcast. And so Josh has been very successful as a creator, as a YouTuber, and has really had a lot of experience in this area. So I'm really excited to have him on the channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Doc John, the EntreProfessor, and we are getting ready for the upcoming class, the Influencer Startup. Josh, thanks so much for being here.
Doc John, thank you for having me. And yes, I took the Influencer Startup last year. It was a phenomenal course. If nobody's heard of me before, Josh Smiler, a second-year marketing and management student here at Drexel, and a great fan of Doc John's channel and his classes.
Nice. And actually monetized your first channel during the class, which was pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, right. First week, actually, YouTube channel hit the 4,000 watch hours, because you always get the subscribers first, and the hardest part is getting the watch hours.
Yeah.
Got the watch hours, monetized it, and use some of the earnings here and there. But and then LinkedIn has been a bigger platform for me now, actually, but definitely a reminder, as you say that, to get back on YouTube and that grind.
Yeah, I love that. Well, so the Influencer Startup is really about creating great content to build that following and then building a money model around it. And today we're going to focus on the first part, which is building that great content. If someone's going to do a vodcast for the first time, they're going to do something just like this. What are the 3 things that they need to be thinking about just to get started?
I think the first thing is defining who or what you're trying to target. What do you want to talk about in terms of content? A lot of people just pick up the mic, right, and just start talking aimlessly, and they don't seem to have a direction. So Sean Cannell, founder of Think Media, one of his books was part of our course. I remember he always used to say, start with the end in mind. So a lot of people just start in the beginning, like we said, and they're aimlessly roaming. Start with, where do you want the channel to be in 5 to 10 years? The second thing is, I think, preparation. If you're not prepared, what is it? It's if you fail to prepare to fail, right? So always bring notes. It could be a computer. Make sure that the guest knows when and where to arrive. Make sure that you're prepared and you're ready to go. And the third thing for me, again, I think you have to be consistent with it. A lot of people think that social media is a one and done game, and yes, I do think that overnight successes happen because somebody's been posting for a year. So realizing that it's a long-term game. You have to build that brand just like you go to the gym every day and you work out. You also have to be ready to post content, multiple times per week and depending on the platform in order to grow. So for me, it's preparation, doing your research and being prepared and knowing that you have to be ready for consistency.
Nice. And let's hit everybody with a bonus. They get an opportunity to sit in a great podcast studio like this one. What are some things they need to be thinking about before they even walk through the door?
So I think having experience in where you're going to podcast, right? If you're just doing it out in the open and recording on your phone, that's fine. But if you're going to use a high-end studio like this one that's got lighting, that's got mics, that's got a great setup, make sure that you're comfortable with the audio recording settings and just the overall environment before you go. And maybe that's taking a trip before you do the actual podcast. And, again, doing a test run and making sure that everything works and that you're comfortable. And, of course, right, we said preparation before, getting there on game day and making sure 5 to 10 minutes or even more than that before you actually roll your podcast that you're ready to go, that audio is working, you've got your notes ready, you're established, you're set up, and you're ready for your guest. Make sure that they arrive, make them feel comfortable. And then from there, I think you're ready to go and knock it out of the park.
I love it. This is so helpful. Before we go, I just would love to just hear your take. If somebody's saying, hey, I'm thinking about taking this Influencer Startup class, what would you tell them? If
you want to grow your startup, if you haven't started one yet in terms of being a creator or just owning a startup, take the Influencer Startup Studio class. I love the guest speakers that you bring in each week. I feel like that really adds a flair. And I know that the course was amazing this year and you have feedback and it's going to be twice as good this year. So if you're out there, you're thinking about content, you want to monetize the channel, you haven't started, sign up for EntP T280 in the winter.
I love it. Josh Smiler, thanks for being here. How can people find you if they want to check out your channel?
So you can find me anywhere, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, on Josh Smiler. Feel free to reach out. I'm always looking to connect with fellow students or professionals in the industry. And thank you, Doc John, for having me today.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Keep going.